He sank back into the sofa, crossing his long legs. Before Peyton, it was just you. His thumb brushed the screen of his phone. The lock screen lit up, a selfie of Peyton sticking her tongue out. The icy detachment in his eyes melted into something sickeningly soft. But after meeting her, I realized you don't just get one great love in a lifetime. He didn't even look at me. I love you, but I love her more. And now she's pregnant. Enough. The word ripped out of me. I grabbed the vase off the console table, hurled it. It shattered against the hardwood. Shards exploded across the room. Sebastian flinched. The color drained from his face. He stared at the wreckage, then let out a long, exhausted breath. Break whatever you need to, he said, his voice flat. Get it out of your system, then sign the papers. He turned toward the door. My fingers closed around a heavy glass bowl. I launched it. It smashed against the door frame, inches from his face. What did you promise me? My hand shook. I had built my entire life on being untouchable. The perfect, composed executive who never let anything bleed through. Now I was screaming. I swallowed hard. You swore to me, I gasped, my voice completely wrecked. You looked me in the eye and swore you cut her off after that night. How is she pregnant? Why are you blowing up my entire life over a walking red flag? Sebastian's jaw clenched. Are you done throwing a tantrum, Celeste? He snapped. I told you I planned to end it, but things happen. It was an accident. He paused. She's having my baby. No protection. Just blind, reckless impulse. But he didn't know. He had no idea what that night actually cost me. I had called him for hours. Panic had turned my blood to ice when the news broke about a massive pileup on the interstate. The reports described a driver matching his exact description, the same make and model of his car. I lost my mind. I drove straight to the crash site, shaking so hard I could barely grip the steering wheel, only to be shoved back by police barricades. I dialed his number 109 times. 109. His phone was probably buried under his clothes on the floor, buzzing endlessly. While I was standing on the side of a highway having a full-blown panic attack, they were tangled in the sheets. The sun was coming up by the time I collapsed onto a bench at the precinct, completely drained. Then my screen lit up. A casual text from Sebastian. Crashed early last night. My bad. A split second later, a video notification popped up. It was from Peyton. Hey Celeste, I'm so sorry. Her voice practically dripped with fake innocence. That spiked drink really messed me up. I just woke up and my body is incredibly sore. She giggled, adjusting the camera angle. My boyfriend is making me take a sick day. And there it was, right in the background of her little video. Sebastian's face, sleeping on the pillow next to her. My entire world stopped. The floor dropped out from under me. A deafening ringing filled my ears. I marched straight into the corporate headquarters and cracked my palm across Peyton's cheek twice. Networking to learn the ropes? I snapped at her. Seducing my fiancé was your only goal for that dinner, wasn't it? Peyton stumbled back, clutching her stinging face. Tears welled up instantly as she played the perfect, fragile victim. Celeste, how could you accuse me of that? I was drugged. I'm a victim here. Sebastian just saw I was suffering and helped me out. She choked out a pathetic sob. You're a woman, Celeste. Do you seriously have zero empathy? She escalated the scene right in the middle of the bullpen. She wailed that she couldn't show her face in the office anymore, threatening to jump off the roof just to prove her innocence. Perfect timing. Sebastian stepped off the elevator. He shoved past me, physically shielding her behind his back, and leveled a lethal glare in my direction. What the hell is wrong with you, Celeste? His voice echoed through the dead silent floor. You're the CEO. You're bullying a 20-something intern in front of the entire company. How do you sleep at night? I told you. I was the one who initiated things that night to help her out. 3 sentences. He confirmed every single rumor. He turned me into the ultimate punchline of my own company. I let out a bitter laugh. Wow, Sebastian. Just wow. I went nuclear. Before the day ended, I severed every single joint venture between our family and his. My father, Marshall, was waiting for me at his estate. The screaming started before I even took off my coat. Look at the mess you've made, Celeste. You're a grown woman. You don't tank billion-dollar acquisitions over a stupid breakup. He slammed his fist on his desk. I actually thought you had my killer instinct. I groomed you to take over the board and you pull this stunt? You embarrass me. He dragged me into an emergency, closed-door meeting with the family lawyers. He publicly stripped my voting rights and froze my trust fund on the spot. A brutal corporate execution. The end result? The merger was quietly reinstated by morning. My outrage meant absolutely nothing. Sebastian knew this. He knew walking down the aisle was my only leverage left to reclaim my position in the family. He bet everything on me caving to the pressure. Back in the present, he stared at the shattered glass on our living room floor. A soft, patronizing sigh escaped his lips. Don't be naive, Celeste. Sleep on it, then sign the papers. We can still be exactly what we were. Why ruin a good thing? His phone buzzed. He didn't even hesitate to answer. Hey, Peyton, he murmured, his tone shifting into something sickeningly soft. Shoot, don't panic. I'm heading over right now. He turned on his heel. His footsteps faded down the hall, brisk and eager. I forced my eyes up. A pale, hollow ghost stared back at me in the reflection of the floor-to-ceiling windows. A bitter, jagged smile twisted my lips. Peyton, and in turn, she didn't just crash a birthday dinner. She hijacked my marriage. She systematically dismantled my entire reality.